The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to his disciples, "You are the salt of the earth. But if salt has lost its taste, how can its saltiness be restored? It's no longer good for anything, but is thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A city built on a hill, it cannot be hidden. No one, after lighting a lamp, puts it under a bushel basket, but instead on a lampstand, and it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before all human beings, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven." The Gospel of the Lord. Salt and light. There's countless luminaries in our world, you know. But to one alone has Christ reserved the title, salt of the earth, light of the world. And that's you. There's the luminaries that are on the theater and the stage. There's luminaries in the concert hall and on the big screen. There's the luminaries of science, of psychology, of medicine, politics, academia, journalism, social justice. There's the luminaries in the sports world. There's icons on the ice, on the field, and on the court. And yet, for the whole wide world, Jesus never said to any of them, "You are the salt of the earth and you are the light of the world." That designation, it was kept for you. There was luminaries in Christ's day too. There was kings and kingdoms. There was Caesars and the empire, governors and provinces. There was deities and their associated cult leaders. Some were charismatic, some were tyrannical, some were benevolent, some were valiant. But to none of them was the moniker light of the world and salt of the earth given. No. That was reserved for those who are closest to God's heart, for you. In 3 short, compact verses, St. Matthew manages to find the sum total of your person. You are salt, and you are light. Now, I'm not going to ask you if you feel like you're the salt of the earth. I'm not going to ask you if you feel like the light of the world. You probably don't. And it's rare that we do. Understandably so. In an age of disbelief and scandal, inside the church and outside, few think of us as salt and light anymore. Does that matter? Sure it does. But the world's going to think what the world wants to think, and Christ is going to think what he wants to think, and he thinks you are the light of the world and the salt of the earth. What exactly does it mean? It means Christians give taste and flavor to our world. It means that Christians give essence to our society. Christians do this by living out faith in the home, at work, in school, at the gym, at the doctor's office, at the bank, the post office, the grocery line, all the usual places. If Christians choose to blend in with the culture around them, become like some sort of Catholic chameleon, culture will lose its flavor become bland, and eventually downright distasteful. If Christians blend in with the culture, they lose their flavor and they are no longer good for anything, says Jesus. Because saltiness, once lost, it cannot be fused back in. It's thrown out. It's trampled underfoot. Christians are the light of the world. They are the consummate example and pattern of right living, of right speech, of right belief, right action, right thought, and right worship. This they gain from their Master, Jesus, in whose light we see light itself. It was not to Christianity that Jesus said, "You are the salt of the earth and the light of the world," but to the Christian, to the individual, to the person, you. The word Christian means little Christ. It's an impossibility for the Christian to hide his faith, her faith. Jesus used the analogy of a city on a hill, its presence emanating light. Today we might say a plane on approach at night, the surroundings all blacked out, the city alone illuminated. In the veil of darkness, light seems to be 100 times brighter. And light is those good works that you do in Christ's name. And good works will always find you out, even if you never utter a word. Just like evil works find people out, even if done in secret. Your example of right living, speech, belief, action, thought, motive, and worship, that's the evidence of who you really are. You are a lamp on a stand, illuminating the space you inhabit. A lamp helps others to see more clearly. A lamp warms others in its glow. A lamp gives radiance. A lamp spares others needless groping in the dark. Please understand, our world will be impacted by the way that you shine your light, for better or worse. So shine brightly. Shine with brilliance, that your Father in heaven will be praised by friend and foe alike. I want to finish with this thought. We know that God does a great deal for us. We know God does a great deal for us, the bulk of which we're not even aware of. He moves in and out of each day with hidden providence. Well, here's an opportunity for us to do something for Him. Don't hide your faith. Don't hold back. Let your light shine and the salt of your being permeate this world.